Okay, so what we do for the pressing is we take all the different vegetables that are in here and just stir them through. Cool thing that I found is that the malic acid in the apples helps release the minerals and enzymes in the vegetables so that they're more accessible. So we started with enough for 2 glasses of green juice, so I'm putting about half of that in the center of the folded cloth. Now it starts out kind of looking like that, folded in thirds in both directions. So I just open it up, put a bunch in, put about half in, and then I fold it up. So it's all overlapped, and I put it into this one that has the tube coming down the side, and I just slide it right in there and put it, I'm kind of getting it a little bit centered in there and then putting it on that deck. Now I ended up with a lot of green there because it sat for a minute, so I'm just going to wipe that up so I don't get it in my lap. And then I take the crank handle and see this little thing. It is for the hydraulic press, and it needs to start over to the right. That's its closed position. And then when I open it, I'll just open it like a 1/4 turn or a 1/10 of a turn, just a tiny bit. So now it's closed, so I can pump. So I slide the thick end of this into this little round spot, and I slide it in, and I just crank it down. And I turn over the quart measuring cup so the juice has a place to go. So I just crank this a whole bunch of times, and it brings the pressing in, and then the green juice starts to come out. And I'm going to press a little more, and as it goes higher, of course, it starts to get a little tougher to do. So what I'll find when it's getting hard to do is tip it forward a little bit, and that'll often get more of the juice out, or I'll tip it to the side a little bit since the juice straw is in the front left corner. And when I do that, it usually means there's more room in here, so I'm able to press a little harder or press it a little further down. And then I tip it all out. And it could actually usually take a few more presses. So I just press the whole thing up, and then when it's time to release it, I use this little notch back on that little nut. I turn it just a little bit, and then I go to this one and put it down just so it's easier to slide this in after. And as soon as this gets down here, I can turn it tight again. And what I'll find when I take this out is that inside, now this one is from carrot, obviously, what's left here is just pulp, and it's really dry, and this will actually just come off pretty easily off the juicing cloth, and I drop it there in the compost to go outside. All right,